Arahang arahoti namena Arahang papang nakare Arahata palang patto Arahang namate namo Samma sambuddha jnanena Samma sambuddha desana Samma sambuddha lokasmin Samma sambuddha te namo Vidya charana sampanno Passa vidya akasita Atita nagatuppanno Vidya charanate namo Sugato sugatantanam Sugato sundaram picha Nibbānam sugating yanti Sugato namate namo Lokaviduti namena Atita nagate vidu Sankara sattamokase Lokavidu namate namo Anuttaro jnana silena Yolokassa anuttaro Anuttaro pujalokasmin Tang namasami anuttaro Sarati sarati deva Yolokassa susarati Sarati puja lokasmin Tang namasami sarati Devayakka manu Adantang damayantanang Purisa janyate namu Bhagava Bhagava yutto Bhagam kilesavahato Bhagam sansara muttaro Bhagavanamate namo Sanasumiran Doratu Erila Lo Satun Sit Sisil Veva Sielu Duk Dom Nas Nivila Daham Swadin Hada Niveva ගැටලු ඉඳ හිට නැගෙන තරමට විසඳුමත් සමග ඒවා සමාදානය සිසිල ඇතිවී ලෝක සාමය උදාවේවා තුනුරුවන් සතු ගුණ බලෙන් ලොව හැම දෙනාටම සැප ලැබේවා වැරදි අදහස් නපුරු සිතිවිලි මෙත් සිසිල් බලයෙන් මැකේවා ලොවට වැඩ ඇති උතුම් ජීවිත බුදු බලෙන් බොහෝ කල් දිනේවා ලෝපුරා බුදු සසුන බැබලී ලෝක සාමය උදාවේවා
Therwan Saranai. So welcome you, all of you, and would like to first pay my humble respect to Bante Devarakita Thero and Bante Punyaratana Thero. I'm really honored that they have invited me to conduct this Paramita Youth Buddhist group. Also, would like to wish all of you a good afternoon and hope you will learn something new and you will get a bit more enlightened than you are, and hopefully it will help you to stay safe, stay cool and calm and happy. So today I have a special Dhamma talk for you. even today I'm not feeling that well. I think I haven't been here for a long time in the winter. I was always in Sri Lanka during the winter, like was season. I was always observing was in Sri Lanka in our monastery. So winter is new to this body, so it's always reacting to this, that, and the other. So I'm going to be wearing my head cover. Please excuse me for that. So today I'm going to introduce you to my teacher. My teacher's name is Venerable Dr. Bhante Punnaji. Bhante Punnaji was a doctor in his lay life, and also he has 2 PhDs. So to me, he's an intellectual giant. But at the same time, he used his intellect to really search for the truth. Like he was also meditating as a child, like I was. And then after his mother passed away at the age of, I think, 35, he said, he gave up the lay life and became a monk under Venerable Madhye Pannasiha Thero, Mahanayaka Thero. He was actually the first disciple to be ordained, to give the higher ordination by his teacher. So then my teacher went to America when someone came and invited Madhye Pannasiha Hamuthuru to open a center in, I think, Washington. To support that, he sent Bhante Punnaji there. So he lived almost his whole life in America and in Canada. Pretty much all the centers that's open in America and Canada, he has a direct contribution to them to start or to establish them. And then he came to Malaysia about now 10, 15 years ago. And he resided there. He was invited by Venerable Dr. Kesiri Dhammananda Thero to help him propagate the Dhamma in there. But when he arrived in Malaysia, actually Bhante passed away. Kesiri Dhammananda Hamthru, who was also a legend at our time, he passed away. So Bhante Punnaji had to really fill his place and take care of all the devotees in that region. And while he was there, he wrote many, many, many books. And he has given many Dhamma talks, and so they have printed many books and his Dhamma CDs, which is probably, if you stack them, it will come to his height. So he had done a lot of service to the Sasana, I think, that last 10, 15 years when he was in Malaysia, because the Chinese people who were there, they supported him. I don't think the Sri Lankans really saw him as for who he is. I don't think they understood what Bhante Punnaji was teaching. I didn't think they recognized for who he is. But when he went to Malaysia, the people could smell the Dhamma. They could see who he was and they could understand the importance of what he was teaching, and they were practicing it. So they loved him very much and looked after him. So during that time, I would travel to Malaysia 2-3 times a year to help him to conduct the retreats. At that time, he was in his late 70s. My teacher passed away at 2 years ago at my center in my monastery in Sri Lanka, Nisalarana, when he was visiting then conducting a retreat. So he was almost 90, just 3 months behind, but he was, I would say he lived up to 90. So until the day he passed away, he was doing his own things and he was teaching. So the day before, he was teaching the whole day, giving Dhamma talks, which I have recorded his last 2 Dhamma talks. That was in Sinhalese. and then he passed away early in the morning on a full moon day on July 27th. So we just offered dana in Sri Lanka, and we shared the merits with Bhante Punaji, and I'm building a center for him, like because no one knows him in Sri Lanka really, no one have recognized him. So I thought, it's a name that should be kept alive for who he is and for what he has done and what he has offered to the Buddha Sasana. He is a true, genuine gem in the triple gem. Uh, I have almost completed the Bhante Punaji Memorial Center, and now it's only the last few little things to be taken care of. We were planning to open that on this July 27th, but we couldn't due to this COVID-19, and the work hasn't finished. So hopefully next year. So from today, I will introduce Bhante Punaji to you, and you can see um, for who he is. When you listen to the Dhamma, now that you have heard from me for a long time, and I have exposed you to Sadhguru, and you can really smell, taste, what is life and what is real teachings are. Now you should be able to really recognize Bhante Punaji's value when you hear his Dhamma talk. So I prepared a Dhamma talk for you all to listen today. And so hopefully after this, you will listen to him here and there when you have free time, when you have a problem. Go and listen to his Dhamma talks. They are in YouTube, and there's plenty. And you can see when if you start to compare me with him, I'm nothing like. Even my English doesn't come near to his English. I think from my experience, I haven't really associated with many monks, but among the few that I have associated, he has the best command of English. From the monks that I have met from Sri Lanka, he has the best English command, and he wouldn't use any word, but he's very careful when he's choosing the words. When he's writing the books also, it takes a long time for him to really write, because he takes the psychology books, the philosophy books, and the thesaurus and the dictionary, and he would try to translate the Pali word into the real accurate word to get the exact meaning what Buddha gave, what Buddha meant by that. So you will be exposed to few new words, but he explains why he uses that, why he prefers that, um, more than the normal common translation. So hope you won't get confused how open he is and how he really corrects things that you know being mistranslated. Um, One of the reasons why we don't have much results today, people meditate a lot, but there's not much results. Their emotions are not really stabilized. People are not calm. People are not happy. The reason is we are not practicing the proper way. That's why. So we need teachers like this to really be brave to say, here it's wrong, we need to really correct this, and this is what it should be, like that. A lot of people don't do that, but Bhante Punaji had, I think, all the qualifications to do it. He was a philosopher, he was a doctor, he had knowledge about, you know, I think anything and everything. He was like a walking encyclopedia. So his loss was a real loss to me and to the Buddhist community, I think. So let's listen to Bhante Punaji's talk, and then we can meditate. We can, if you have question and answers, we'll do that. If you have any questions, and then we can meditate and close the session. Okay. So can we have the Dhamma talk, Buddha? So hope you will. Okay, so you all watched it. How was it? Did you enjoy that talk? All this time, what I have been saying, short and sweet, you heard it, I think. Can we have the mics on to have a discussion? So let's go one by one. You want me to call or can Ekmini do that, Pute?
And I can. So the first up is
Yeah. Okay. Tell me, how was the talk? Did you learn anything? Did you like it? Is there any questions you would like to ask me? Any comments?
how about Anupa? Are you there?
Yeah. I learned a lot about the body and the mind. Yeah, and how it's good to be free from suffering.
Good.
Yeah.
So what is the suffering that we really experience? How do we experience suffering? Suffering is a word, but what is some did you see how the suffering touches us? How did you recognize how we suffer? From what we suffer?
From the five senses.
From emotions, Kuta. Not because of the five senses. When we are not careful about how we use the five senses, about the data that they bring, when we are not careful, when we are not careful about how we think about the experience, that's when the emotions will start. When we think negatively or unwholesomely, that's when the emotions will start. That's how the suffering starts.
Yeah.
So if you're interested to be free from suffering, you must learn to manage your emotion and learn to get rid of them. Okay? So the one point of we learning the Dhamma is to master our emotions. The ability to master our emotions, and when we get over them, we call emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence doesn't mean that the emotions are intelligent or emotions have any intelligence. No, emotional intelligence means one's ability to manage the emotions, the ability to live without the emotions, ability to remain calm. Okay, so today when you all apply for a job, they don't just check for the IQ. Normally those days we had the IQ test, we had to do the test and prove that we are intelligent. But today not only they check on your IQ, but there's another IQ, that's the emotional intelligence. They want to know whether you are able to control your emotions. So they check another IQ, that is EQ they call it, emotional intelligence. So you need to pass that too. So it's very important that we learn to live without emotions, without getting emotional. Okay?
Yeah.
Is there any other comment you want to make? Did you like the talk?
Yeah, I like the talk.
What did you think of my teacher?
He's very good and he teaches in a way that I can understand easily.
Good. Good. So at your leisure time, Putra, go to YouTube, type his name, Bante Punaji, and you will see a lot of Dhamma talks. So get into a habit to listen to them so you can, find all the answers to your problems, and you can practically put them into practice and, have a better understanding, and at the same time use them practically. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice talking to you. Next.
Anuji, are you available?
Oh yeah. So one of the main things I think I took from that was when we normally that the word mindfulness isn't the correct terminology because we're not supposed to focus on the things around us but look inside of our mind. So we should be saying that it's called introspection instead of mindfulness.
Right. So you understood that.
Yeah.
Very good. Because sometimes it's very challenging for people to throw away a word that we have been using for a long time.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad that you recognize that and you can understand what Bhante is teaching. So that's why I even gave a pre-warning to you all, because he don't use words blindly. So sometimes it can be challenging to people to go beyond the norm.
Yeah.
Because mindfulness has been used for decades, ever since the Buddhism got translated into sutras got translated into English.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm so glad you understood what Bhante was trying to say.
Yeah.
Thank you. Is there any other comments, Buddha?
Not really. I mean, I found it a little bit difficult to keep up with the different words that were given. But I think if I go over and look over some of the videos, I'll get to know more of the terminology.
Yes, please. Yes. So take your time, because to me, out of all that I have known in my life for this nearly to 50 years, he's the best. That's why I became his disciple, obviously.
Yeah.
So he is the best teacher I have ever found.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Putta. If you don't have anything else to say, much merits for sharing.
Okay. Thank you.
Next.
Next is Harini.
I came in late, so I didn't get to watch the full video, but I definitely could do with improving my emotional intelligence. So I'll make sure I watch the video in full.
Okay, thank you, Putta. So you finished your COVID testing?
Yeah, sorry, I was at the testing center when you called.
Right. So how long have you been logged in now?
I've only been logged in for about
Sorry?
15 minutes.
Okay, so you got to listen to the last bit?
Yeah, just the last bit.
All right, okay. So, okay, Putte, then listen to it at your leisure time, and it'll really help you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you very much. Much merit. So, who is next?
Next is Kapila. Maybe we'll go to Mimi.
I learned how to be free from suffering and to keep our mind from all emotions.
That's good, Putta. Okay, is there any other comment you would like to make?
It's an interesting video.
Okay. Did you like the way Bante was talking? Could you understand?
Yes.
Good. So in the future, you can go to YouTube and listen to him, okay?
Okay.
Anything else, Putta? Do you want to say anything else?
No, exactly.
All right, okay. Thank you very much for sharing. Next.
Next is Numi. Numi, are you there? Maybe we'll move on to Sinali.
Hi. I found particularly interesting how they linked the general adaptive syndrome model, because I've done psychology and I had to learn about it. So I found it interesting how they linked it to the suffering, because I know the steps and I know the scientific aspect of it, but I didn't really link it to suffering and how we've been taught about how emotions can lead to the suffering. So that was really interesting and it actually had me engaged because he linked it to things I already had learned about. So,
Oh, that's very good. So are you, so have you finished your uni?
yeah, no, I finished year 12 just last year. So I had to do that in my exam. Yeah.
I see. So you studied the Hansel theory. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Very good.
Yeah.
So what Buddha taught is what these people are discovering. That's why we call Buddha was the best neurologist, Buddha was the best psychologist, Buddha was the best psychiatrist.
Yeah.
He understood how the brain works, the body works, the mind works, and how we suffer from that
Yeah.
when things are not in proper order. So um, I'm glad that you could relate to modern science and you know what Buddha taught. Good,
Yeah. It was engaging that way.
very good. Any other thing you want to comment or ask Buddha?
No, not really.
All right, good. Okay, next. Thank you very much, Buddha.
Thank you.
Next is Vinod.
I learned to be free from suffering and emotional intelligence.
All right, good. Is there any other thing you would like to ask Buddha? Any question? Hi?
No, thank you.
All right, good. Okay then. Next. Thank you very much.
Next is Saraka.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we've lost Saraka for a moment.
Okay, next.
Numi, are you back? No, I think that's it then.
Taraka?
Finally, is your brother there, or is this a problem with his microphone again?
I feel like it is. I think he's in the front room, so I'm not really sure.
Oh, okay. That's all right then.
Okay. Ekmini Buddha, do you have any comments? Sure, you should have.
I did. I found the General Adaptive Syndrome Association really interesting. And I also really understood the value of the body scanning that we do. I didn't really pay too much attention to it before. It was just like a quick, how are my toes feeling? How are my knees feeling? That sort of thing. But now I understand why we do it. So I found that really interesting to...
The disciple didn't do a good job like the teacher, see?
Oh no, that's not what it is. That's just me being just not like thinking about what the purpose of it was. So I understand.
All this time when I was saying relax, relax, you didn't pay attention to.
I did. It's just that sometimes it takes me a while to understand the purpose of some things that I do. Like in hindsight, everything seems all really clear. I think the more I do it, the more I understand.
Good. So I needed my teacher to enlighten me.
Don't take it as a don't feel
No, I didn't feel anything. I mean, I'm so glad, that's why I call him my teacher. So you know, teachers are teachers. They're all the time. They can open everyone, like a lot of people's eyes, you know.
Yes.
I wish he was around so you all could really personally meet him. I got him down here in 2012. Then at that time, I think you all didn't know me, but he visited Paramita.
Ah.
I arranged a Dhamma talk for him to come and visit. I think it was in a school. You have your Sunday Dhamma school somewhere, right? Not at the temple?
No. Yes, it's at a high school.
Yes. So me and Bante Punaji came.
I see.
But this was in 2012.
8 years ago.
Yes.
Mm.
He was here nearly for a month. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, at least we have YouTube to somehow.
Yes, yes. So I think it'll be good. I will send you his talks, the good ones.
Thank you.
So we can always listen, and I find really, you know, he's really good. He's sharp to the point, and it's really good.
Okay.
So okay, so let's move on. So there's no one else to talk.
Unless Numi and Sarika can connect. Numi, are you there? How about Sarika? No, Mehin Mans, I don't think the microphone.
Okay. All right, then if there's no questions, we can move on to the meditation. So let's sit straight and relax. Now you know the importance of relaxing. And let's close the eyes. And let's start with the breathing. Just continue to relax. Just stay in the present moment. And be aware of your body, the sensations you feel, the mood, the thoughts. Just note whatever that comes to your attention. Just note it, but don't engage. Don't make concepts. Just experience a bare experience, like a little child. If you see the thoughts are floating, just notice that. Don't create another one, don't engage, but just let it be. Like a little child watching the traffic, but staying in the pavement. They don't jump into the traffic or don't get into a vehicle and be in the traffic. Like that, you also stay out from the traffic, but just watch it, paying bare attention. So today, Bhante explained about introspection. So this is about you learning as how to introspect. Just to know what's going on, but not to think about them, not to make any concepts, but just to be aware of your internal experiences. And when you do that, you will notice the pleasant sensations, unpleasant sensations. They all come and go. You will see they all are impermanent. So there's nothing for us to desire or to go and attack or to develop hatred because they all come and go. They are momentary. So we can be peaceful. All we have to do is watch the things pass by. When we are not in the present moment, when we don't catch this wave, what happens? We miss it. Then we drown in the thoughts, and then the thoughts stimulate the hormones. Then the hormones will make us emotional, and then the suffering starts. So if you're not interested to suffer, if you want to be free from physical, mental suffering, you need to be able to learn to stay in the present moment, but watch what's going on without engaging. You need to learn to introspect. Just do that. We've been learning to do this. I didn't use the words because they can be too much to you, but today I hope you understood. So just introspect. While you're doing that, if you notice any tensions, just release and relax the tensions. Relaxing the body is very important. Be free. Free your mind from thinking. All your problems exist because you think about it. It's in the thinking process that the problems come. See if you can just be in the moment without really engaged in thinking. You can be free from all the problems. This present moment consists of this present breath. The breath doesn't have a problem. It's so fresh, nice, crispy. So just enjoy that. Be in the moment. And what's left is a peace, immense peace. So just enjoy that peacefulness. If you hear something, let it be. If you sense something, let it be. We are not here to control, but we are learning to be peaceful. Behind, you can hear a sutta. What it says is really to be aware of your sensations. Note how they arise, note how they pass away. Just be aware. That's what that Pali words means. What it says in the behind is to be aware of your mind, the thinking, just know. Pajanati means just experience it and know. So it's talking about those four foundations: to focus on the body, focus on the feelings, focus on the mood, focus on your thoughts, the mind activity. Says just to be aware. In modern psychology, it's called the moment-to-moment bare attention. Paying moment-to-moment bare attention. That's how the Jones in Kabad explains this sati, the introspection. See how free you feel when you disengage from thinking, but when you just become an observer. if you are struggling and if you are getting caught up in your thought, you are drowning in the past and in the future, you can keep your nose up. Then what you can do, you can find a raft and then you can safely float. So we can use a conscious good thought, a wholesome thought like a raft. So we can hold on to it. One of the best thoughts we can develop is to develop this caringness, the universal benevolence, like Bhante Punyanji was explaining to you. Like a mother has a concern for her only child and she always blesses her child, we can bless the whole world, all beings. We can think of all beings' welfare. You can get into that raft, like you can hold on to that. So develop that thought. May all beings be well, comfortable, peaceful, and happy. But make it a genuine interest. Make sure you develop it genuinely. It's a heartfelt, genuine thought. You're concerned and you're interested of the welfare of others. So you can start from you as a reference point, visualize your face with a smile, a happy moment, and you start from there to the immediate environment. You think of everyone, all beings in the immediate environment. Then slowly, slowly increase the area dimension on concentric circles to all around you, like if you were inside a bulb, how the bulb will emanating light to all sides, all around. The same way this thought, you develop it to all beings all around you. So slowly, slowly you expand that concentric circle encompassing the universe and even beyond this universe, the multiple universes, and you go beyond the area dimension just to think, may all beings be well and happy. So start from you and visualize like a light radiating. This thought is emanating from you, touching each and everyone and soothing them, healing them, and touching your love, kindness, compassion, and they're peaceful and happy. Just develop that unconditional, unbounded loving kindness to all beings. Time to time, relax. If you see any tensions, relax. Just be in the present moment. If you want to think, think. May all beings be well, comfortable, peaceful. Develop genuine concern and care for all beings. Just be aware of the peace that's underlying. When you're in the present moment, you can feel the peace. Just experience the peacefulness for the peacefulness. Okay, now bring your awareness back to the body. See whether you could feel the body, scan your body from the tip of the toes to the top of the head. When you scan, if you feel any tension, release them and relax. Relax the body. Let's bring our attention to the breath. Take a deep breath, counting from 1 to 6. Hold on to your breath for 6 seconds. Now let's slowly breathe out, taking 6 seconds. And pause your breath for 6 seconds. Let's breathe in. Take a deep breath, counting from 1 to 6. Hold on to your breath. Now check your mood. While you're holding on to your breath, release your shoulders. But hold on to your breath and check your mood. How do you feel right now? What do you experience? Just get to know the bare experience, how you feel. Just know it. Then slowly breathe out. Let's slowly breathe out. Pause your breath. Again, let's take a slow but a deep breath. Hold on to your breath. Check your mood again. This moment, how do you feel? Now compare it to before. Before you joined this session, how were you feeling? And how do you feel now? If you have done the job properly, you should feel immense calmness and some joy and happiness by now. Because you purified your mind now, you developed good thoughts, you understood some realities, those things brings a lot of happiness. When our mind is happy, we become relaxed. When we relax, mind becomes more calm and happy. It goes hand in hand. So hope you can feel that. You're better than before. Okay, let's slowly breathe out. Let the breath settle into its natural rhythm. Relax. You can slowly open your eyes to end the meditation. Now, before I end the meditation, the session, I want to ask you something. How did you feel today during the meditation session? I just want to know, can you unmute your mics and talk and share your experience, please? First, who is first? Who is going to be the first one? Ekmini Pute?
I can go first.
And how did you feel today when you were doing the meditation?
I felt like I kind of came together, as in when the program started, I think I was all over the place. The microphones weren't working, and then yeah, I feel more centered now.
Good.
Yeah.
So you can see the importance of this practice. So you can use this at any time.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you are upset, when things go wrong, all you have to do is find 5-10 minutes. Spend about 45 minutes, I think. But more longer, the better.
Yeah.
Good. Good. Okay, who's next? Thank you.
Okay. I think energy is next on the list.
Yeah. I feel like I have more energy. Like I'm more focused and I can do things now.
Good. Did you see any difference between when we were meditating before and today?
Like specifically, not really, but I think today I was a bit more focused because I had the information that we watched in the video as well, so I was a bit more focused during this meditation.
Good. Yep. Very good. I want to see. Yep. Good. This is what happens when we understand things that we haven't understood before. There's internal joy that arises. So I want to know whether you all have really felt it, connected. So this is what I'm checking for. Okay, Pute, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
We should feel more relaxed and like that. Who is next?
Nopal's next.
I feel very relaxed and very calm.
Good. Is there any difference between previous sessions and today? Do you notice anything, any difference?
I feel like I'm much more like clearer, and I'm not as all over the place as I was before.
Good. Good. That's why there was a change in the energy today. That's why I wanted to feel whether you all have felt it. Did you feel a difference?
Yeah.
Good. Good. Okay, Pute, thank you.
Thank you.
Next is Harini.
I think this is my second time, so I'm still struggling to like stay out of my own thoughts. I think with more practice, I'll be able to just like solely focus on meditating and my breathing.
Good. Okay. Do you feel calm now?
I do feel a lot calmer than I did when before
Good.
I started.
So listen to that talk, Putta, and practice this method, okay?
Yeah.
So you can overcome all your emotional problems, okay?
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
the medicine. Okay, thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you.
Take care. Okay, who's next?
Next is Sarika. I think still microphone troubles there. Sinali is the last on the list.
Yeah. I feel a lot more just relaxed in general, and I think focused, but like just in a way where like my thoughts are kind of in one place. So yeah.
Sorry, Putta, I didn't get you.
Oh, so like it's just like way more like complete, and I would say focused, but I don't really know the word for it. I guess it's focused, but just kind of complete and in one place, if that makes sense. Like kind of like what I was worrying about before and stuff I'm not thinking about right now.
Okay, good. Do you feel some sense of calmness?
Yeah.
Good. Do you feel any difference between the previous sessions and today?
Again, no, but like what Anuji was saying, like listening to the previous sermon, I think it's like because I get the purpose of everything we're doing now, and it's a lot clearer. I know, like I'm fully invested in like the meditation, so I have a better result from it.
Good. Thank you, Putta. So are you all meditating every day now?
I try to, yeah.
Good. Especially, I want to remind you, this COVID is spreading. No medication, but the real medication is meditation. Okay, cut the C, but put the T.
Yeah.
It will do for us.
Yeah.
To stay safe. So I hope you all wake up early in the morning, meditate, do some exercises or yoga, and develop this loving kindness throughout the day. That is your protection. That is your vaccine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, Putte, thank you.
Thank you.
Next.
There's no one else. Mehin answer.
All right. Good. Okay. So shall we then bring the session to an end? Any other questions do you want to ask? Is there anything you wanted to ask? Did anyone find the meditation session was too long, or did you all find, oh, I wish if we could stay a bit longer? How did you find? I want to gauge the time that you're comfortable. I think we stayed today about 40 minutes or 45 minutes. So how did you find it? Hello?
I think for me, it's slowly becoming more comfortable than when we first did the long sessions. I still find that I might drift out here and there, but I think I'm getting better at sticking, like coming back.
Good. What about others' ideas? Anyone else would like to help me? I like to gauge the time. No one wants to help me, and it's all right. Okay. So if you're feeling comfortable, next day, maybe next time, 1 hour. Okay? Because no complaints. Probably we can go for 1 hour. Yeah? Yeah? So because it's important that we really learn to look inside. That's where we had to take time. We are so engaged with the world, and our time is invested to look at the world. So hardly we take time to know ourselves. So meditation is first getting to know yourself. Yeah. So maybe we can increase the time so you can really understand your mind and how you feel, and what needs to be fixed, what needs to be improved, and where the stress is coming from, and how to relieve the stress, how to relax, and how to find that peace. Yeah. Okay, Putta. So thank you very much for joining today. So I would like to share merits with all of the Bantes. May Bantes progress in their path, and may their meditation and all the practice goes well, and may they attain Nibbana as soon as possible. And also with all of you, for especially I would like to share merits with Ekmini Putta for conducting this, organizing this, and with everyone else who is helping to do this, and also with everyone who joined today. So may all of you, all of your parents, teachers, siblings, relatives, friends, may they also benefit from these merits, and may all beings benefit from these merits. May all of you and all beings be well, comfortable, peaceful, and happy. May the merits that we have generated today bring you all closer to Nibbana. May you all be well, comfortable, peaceful, and happy. Sukhi hotu. Take care. Teruan sarana. So
Thank you, Manasa.